Welcome back to Joe Wolf Field for the bottom of the first. Turn it back over to Mike Lord. He's going to give you the starting defensive alignment for the Blue Sox.
Thank you, Robert. And for the Blue Sox, at first base is Chris Stark, and at second is Cam O'Neill. At shortstop, Kyle Motice. At the hot corner is Braxton Morris. The outfield looks like this from left to right. Hezekiah Randolph in left, Brody Leftridge in center, Brendan Washington in right. Behind the dish is Kip Morin on the mound, looking for his first win of the season. No decisions, and this is his fourth start. Mark Washington, tall right-handed pitcher out of Lehigh and Glen Mills, Pennsylvania.
Very tall, 6'7" is Mark Washington. And the offense for the SteepleCats that he will be facing will be Nick Riotto leading it off, followed by Dustin Shirley. Daniel Holst will hit third. Edward House hitting cleanup. C.J. Price at third base hitting fifth. Easton Johnson will hit sixth. Noah Vaughn hitting seventh. And the designated hitter, John Mazza, hits eighth. And Kyle Brennan, the starting catcher, will hit ninth. So here's Nick Riotto leading it off.
Now batting for your SteepleCats, the left fielder, number 12 from Penn State, Nick Riotto.
The SteepleCats and the Blue Sox were scheduled to play this past Friday. The game was rained out in Holyoke. The pitch to Riotto in there for a called strike 0-1. With the game being rained out, it'll tentatively be made up on July 20th in Holyoke as part of a doubleheader. The 0-1 to Riotto misses 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 misses 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 fouled right back to the screen. Count is 2-2. I have not seen this happen, Mike, this year quite yet, but with the fence here at Joe Wolf Field, most of the fans you would think are very protected. And the 2-2 pitch is grounded up the middle through the right side. That is a leadoff base hit for Nick Riotto, and the SteepleCats getting the bats going early here in the first, picking up right from where they left off yesterday.
There's about a 20-foot section over toward the first base dugout that's unprotected, and I have seen fans get struck with foul balls. Not something you want to see here because they're too close to the field, maybe 50 feet away.
You certainly don't want to see that. Most of the stadium, however, is protected with the fence, although I have been told that if a ball is fouled back at the right angle, here's the pitch to Dustin Shirley, and that's through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the SteepleCats to start the first. If a foul ball is hit in the right angle, I've been told the ball could go right through the holes in the fence. I have not seen that happen here this year yet, but I've been told it can happen.
I've seen one go through.
Where was that at?
If it has enough backspin on it, looks like they patched it in, but it was probably just to the right of me. It looks like they patched in some of the holes.
You saw one go through here?
Well, there was a couple of wires here missing, and it didn't go completely through. It just got kind of stuck in and fell straight down.
So it was close. So here's Daniel Holst. And the pitch to Holst misses upstairs to 1-0 for ball one. And the last time these two teams played in the 2-1 Blue Sox victory in Holyoke, it was Daniel Holst that made a catch in center field in the 7th inning. The score was already 2-1 Blue Sox. He fouls that one back 1-1. The Blue Sox had runners at first and third with 1 out. He makes the catch for the second out, Mike, and he throws home and guns down the runner at home, trying to score on a sac fly, stopping the Blue Sox from getting any insurance runs and keeping the game close.
Who could forget that ball went about 350 feet on the fly?
It was a hard-hit ball, a good catch, and outstanding throw. Check on the runners.
So far, Riotto and Shirley, very good job not trying to kill a ball, going with the pitches and grounding it to the holes on both the right and the left side here.
And the pitch, he shows bunt, but he pulls back, and it's 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch pending. And the pitch, he gets the bunt down. It goes right back to Washington. He barehands the ball, throws to third, not in time. Everybody's safe. SteepleCats with outstanding speed on the base paths, and it was bunted right to Washington. And a good decision to barehand the ball and very quickly get it over to third, but with the SteepleCats speed, it just wasn't in time, and that's a base hit for Daniel Holst.
Yeah, it was. He kind of put too much air under the underhand throw. Should have threw it more on the line because Rioto was accelerating away from his shadow halfway in between second and third, so he did get down the line pretty quick.
And here's the pitch to Edward House in there for a called strike. It was House who yesterday in the bottom of the third really set the tone and got the bats going for the SteepleCats, hitting a 2-run double to put the SteepleCats on the board in the third inning of yesterday's win. The 0-1 misses 1-1.
I'll tell you, bases loaded, nobody out. If Mark Washington can get out of this, it'd be one of the greatest escapes since Alcatraz.
Well, the toughest jam to get out of and hold something scoreless is bases loaded and nobody out, and that's exactly what Mark Washington is facing here. He misses outside 2 balls and a strike on Edward House. Yesterday, Ryan Tapp, the starter for the SteepleCats, ran into a bases-loaded 1-out jam in the 6th. He struck out back-to-back hitters to get him out of the inning. And here the bases are loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the first. The 2-1. That is a pop-up. It's going over into foul territory. And making the catch for the first out is Starkin. 1 gone. So that's the first step for that great escape.
And I'll tell you, the great escape was made possible by the ample foul room here at the Joe.
There is a lot of foul room, as gives the fielders a lot of space to run over and make a catch. And the other big thing, the big advantage offensively with the foul room is if there's a pass ball or a wild pitch, good chance the runners will advance. And it's crucial for the catcher of the Blue Sox, Kyle Moore, not to let that happen. And he goes a snap throw to third. Everybody gets back.
I'll tell you, Robert, that's a very risky play. Fortunately, Moore made a perfect throw, because how many times have you seen those kinds of throws airmail over the third baseman's head?
Quite a few, and an airmail there would have scored a run with the dimensions here. The 1-0 pitch called strike to C.J. Price, 1-1.
The only disadvantage offensively, if you're a speedster and you hit one down the left field line, it ends up as a ground rule double if it rolls in foul territory, because there's nothing to stop it.
And a ground rule double in this case would be huge, because with the runner on first, it may be stopped from scoring, when otherwise he might be able to score all the way from first. Now the count is 1-2 on C.J. Price. It would still score 2 runs in this situation, but it would prevent the third run. The 1-2 pitch is pending. Time is called. The Keene Swamp Bats, who are tied with the Blue Sox atop the Northern Division in first place, are off tonight. The Swamp Bats will host the SteepleCats on Thursday night at Alumni Field in Keene. Big division matchup there. That's fouled back by C.J. Price. He stays alive. Count still 1-2. The Swamp Bats and the Blue Sox and the SteepleCats have already met 3 times this year. The Swamp Bats winners of 2 of those 3 games. The SteepleCats won the most recent of those 3.
The Blue Sox have split with the Swamp Bats, the road team winning all 4 games.
A called strike on C.J. Price. He's down, 2 gone. So it was bases loaded, nobody out, and since then, back-to-back hitters have been set down. And it's up to Easton Johnson to put the SteepleCats on top, and Mark Washington an out away from that great escape, like you said.
When it takes pressure off him, because now he can give up a 350-foot fly ball without worrying about the runner from third scoring.
He certainly can, and it would have to be out into the right or left center or straightaway center. A 350-foot fly ball down the line would be a grand slam with the dimensions here. And that is the key to hitting it out of this park, is to pull it down the line. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Almost did another snap throw there.
I'll tell you, with 2 outs, I would not have attempted something like that. That's too risky.
Smart. So ball and a strike here. Bases loaded. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Still no score. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Washington a strike away from getting out of it.
He has got such a nice off-speed breaking pitch. Gets the batter swinging way out in front of it.
The 1-2 misses 2-2. The SteepleCats loaded the bases with back-to-back-to-back singles with nobody out this inning. The 2-2. That misses. Full count. The runners will go.
Well, if you're Easton Johnson, you know that Washington has to put it over the plate. There's not going to be a waste pitch here.
Certainly doesn't want to risk walking home a run. The runners go. It swung on and missed for strike 3, and Washington, like you said, Mike, the greatest escape since Alcatraz.
Yes, I think he's going to sneak out through the first base dugout.
He gets out of the inning. The SteepleCats leave the bases loaded as we head to the top of the second inning at Joe Wolf Field. No score on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back after this.